Hi, and welcome to Chosen Scriptures. Today is Testimonial Tuesday, and this will finalize the Traveling While Targeted series for Atlanta, ATL. And I just want to just get right to it, and I want to just say, after the ATL angels prayed for me, I just wanted to say that when I went to northern Georgia in the Blue Ridge area, not only did the travel triangulation or the car triangulation ended, no more of that, no more airstrikes, literally. I also wanted to say that at the hotel in Blue Ridge, Georgia, northern Georgia, they put me in a penthouse. Yes, they put me in a penthouse, and it was on the top floor, of course, the highest floor, and it was next door to the restaurant. Not next door to the restaurant, but down the hall from the restaurant in a separate area. But it was really nice to be on the same floor as the restaurant and the penthouse. So I just, I'm just really excited, and they put me in the penthouse. So I was reserved for a regular room. But again, the angels, I'll call them ATL angels, or I'll call these Blue Ridge angels, they had favor with me, or they found favor with me, and they put me in the penthouse, and I was there my entire stay. Yes, I was. So I just wanted to add that as far as my testimonial experience. So I'm going to end the ATL. This is my final ATL topic. So while in Atlanta, I didn't really talk about the hotel that I stayed in. Not really, but I want to talk about my experience at the actual hotel. As I mentioned, I was greeted by an ATL angel. She was very nice, very pleasant young lady. But anyway, again, I mentioned that I didn't want to stay in the room initially that she put me in, but she gave me a perfect room, And this hotel was a mar, but the people were so different. They were just like angels. I have to call them that. But they put me in a mar, and it was an outdoor mar though. It was an outdoor, meaning that you just walk up to your apartment. It was like a mini apartment. So that was very nice. And again, I was experiencing a lot of gangstalking, targeting in Chicago area. So it was pleasant being there in that hotel. But I want to tell you that initially it was kind of rough, but I ignored it. But it was a man or a family. I only saw the man most of the time, but he sounded like a Jamaican man, a Jamaican. And but he would try to annoy me by slamming his door really hard at night, just slamming it at 2 a.m. And then other men or people would visit him and they would slam the door. But it didn't bother me because I was going through worse in my apartment in Chicago. So I was going through worse there. So it didn't bother me at all. But it was kind of annoying, but I didn't let it bother me. So so that was going on. But then as I usually warfare every night. And this night, I really increased my warfare. I really increased it to 12 till 3 in the morning. Again, this is I'm wearing the wig, second week in Atlanta. Things not going too well for me. But anyway, I did have a little break in the hotel as far as the noises. But this man I was telling you about, this Jamaican guy and his family, there was a wife there too. They were trying to anger me, and it didn't work. But long story short, the Walgreens guy, the young man in the Walgreens that I saw that did something as far as some kind of weapons. I'm not sure what he did. But there was a heat wave. I talked about that in the last video. But he was related somehow or associated somehow to my neighbors, my hotel neighbors, he was associated with them, possibly their son, because he was like so much younger than them. But they were together. So when I didn't know that, I saw them in the Walgreens. Again, isolated experience in my mind. But at the hotel, maybe the following day, maybe 2 days later, I would say, I was at the front desk. I had I'm not sure what I needed, but I was at the front desk. And while I was at the front desk, it was a man there, an older man, a middle-aged man, older looking, maybe older than middle. Anyway, I walked in there. He's just giving me dirty looks up and down, looking at me, giving me dirty looks while he's looking at me up and down. I'm like, what's wrong with this man? I don't know you. I kind of knew that he was my neighbor, but I'm like, I don't entertain those type of things. But anyway, long story short, the hotel front desk person was kicking him out the hotel. Literally, he cannot return to the hotel. And there was an issue going on between him. This is my neighbor, the one that was trying to ignore me. Not ignore me, oh my goodness. Bother me, annoy me. You can tell those strikes are going pretty well here. But anyway, he was trying to annoy me. But again, he was trying to keep his hotel room, but he was not able to keep his hotel room. And then I was just listening to the conversation. I'm like, wow, these warfare prayers, the Lord God, he's faithful all the time. But then ironically, the young guy that I saw in the Walgreens that issued the airstrikes, not the airstrike, the heat wave, I'll call it, he walked into the hotel. And he spoke, actually, I spoke to him too. And he stood next to the older guy who was kind of arguing with the hotel front desk person. Long story short, they were kicked out of the hotel. So for the following 2 weeks, it was pure bliss. No one was put next to me in that hotel for my duration of the stay. No one. So that was through the warfare that I was doing with these prayers that I'm going to post a link on, you want them to be long-standing. And of course, we're not in this targeting or being gang stalked for the long haul. We're not in it for the long haul. We're going through it. So that is my goal, and I'm sure that is your goal too. But I'm going to post those prayers that I really ignited and duplicated over and over. And the Lord heard me. I was target free for the next 2 weeks while at that particular hotel. And actually, it was in Buckhead, if I could say that. But it was a great experience. Again, the angels. But anyway, I'm going to close it because, again, I don't want them to say that it's too long and I can't upload it. So anyway, again, thank you for tuning in. And I hope you can feel my smiles. But thank you for tuning in. Goodbye.